Okay, so I am going to quickly show you how to cut a multi-layered iron-on piece for a shirt, and I'm doing two children's shirts. We're going to Monster Jam tomorrow, and at the last minute I decided to make my children's monster truck shirts. So I already have the designs. I'm in the middle of cutting till I forgot to record. So if you can see to the left of my screen, it shows each of the colors that I have selected, and it's separate each piece by color on each different mat. So I'm going to make a blue truck, I'm going to make a pink truck. They're both going to have yellow and orange flames on the truck. I'm about to cut the 4 wheels for the 2 trucks, and I've already cut the little struts and shocks and bumpers for each truck. So I have my blue mat with my black iron-on vinyl, so I'm going to go cut the wheels right now, and then I'll come back and show you the rest. So right now, you can see the progress wheel. It says cutting. I have my black piece of vinyl in, and what I do is before I start cutting, I'll go through each mat, and this one's like a little over 11 inches long and a little under 3 inches, so I'll cut a piece 11, or I'm sorry, I'd leave this one 12 by 3, so I'm not wasting as much vinyl because it can get expensive. Now for like this gray mat that I just cut, I last time I made Cooper's birthday shirt with this monster truck, I just had it cut and I just made one little strip, and it was kind of a pain. So what I did was I highlighted all the gray pieces, and I grouped them first, and then I attached them. So that makes it where I can keep it all in one. I use more vinyl, but then when you weed it and you peel off the extra, it's all already laid out. So then you don't have to worry about your spacing and whatnot. So for things like this, I decided to waste a little more vinyl, and I cut a 6-inch by 7-inch piece. So then I'll cut that bottom triangular piece off just to save it, because you never know when you need just one little small piece that's a couple inches wide that you can use. So I always try to save bigger scraps like that. Alright, I'm going to go unload the wheels, and the next mat I have to load is my orange, and it is a 2-inch, and I made it by 5-inch just to give me a little extra room. So I'm going to load that, and then I'll come back. And you're probably wondering, I did not turn my mirror on for this cutting because there's no names in it, so it's just going to be the opposite. It's going to face the opposite way, which I don't really care because it's just a truck, and we're literally going to wear these shirts probably once. Well, Kaylee will, and Cooper will wear his more, but normally when you do iron-on, you do mirror the image, but like I said, since there's no words, I'm not as worried. Okay, so I'm cutting my yellow one, and I did this one, I think I did it about 3 inches, just because sometimes that little tail at the end, it ends up being a little bit longer, so I just do it to be safe. But that one's done. It's really quick, and what I did before is I went through and I took my color vinyls and I cut them out to the right shape, or right size I should say, and then now it's done. Now I have to put the blue piece of vinyl for Cooper's truck on for my next cut. So I'm going to go unload my yellow one and get the blue one ready. Okay, so now my blue piece of vinyl is on. It's cutting Cooper's truck out. Shouldn't take that long, and then I just have to do my last mat, the pink truck for Kaylee, which I'm using for her truck. I'm using pink glitter heat transfer vinyl. So that one I'm going to cut twice because it's thicker than normal iron-on vinyl, and you don't unload the mat. Like, it will cut and it finishes and it sits there and blinks like, let me out, and you just hit the cut button again and it will suck it back in and it will cut on the same line that it cut the first time. So with my glitter iron-on, I do cut it twice. Let me go unload my blue mat and get my pink one ready. Well, actually, what I also do with the iron-on is I use a green mat for my glitter iron-on, because the green mat is a stronger hold mat, and since it is thicker, that I feel like sometimes it, not that it's ever moved on me on the blue mats, it's just, it's a stronger hold, and since it is a thicker piece, I'm always afraid of it moving. So I've learned through trial and error that I just like the green mat better for the glitter iron-on vinyl. So now I'm done cutting out the pink mat. It cut the first time, so I'm going to go hit the cut button again to make sure I get a good cut. Alright, so now the pink one's cutting again, and next step is weeding out the vinyl pieces, which I will try to turn on my camera and show you what I use and how I weed. I like to use the light pad. I feel like that's been really helpful, and I don't feel like I have to bend down and get close as much because I can see it better. So let me go do that.